Well, it's about to happen. You guys know I've been working on flying some RC airplanes for 7 to 10 years now, and it's about to happen. So today I went out with a friend of mine, Walter Beals, to survey the flying field where I'll be maidening some new airplanes and flying the old ones too. It has these high voltage towers running through it. So I needed to go out and survey their height and just basically survey the property to start orienting myself. If I watch the videos a couple of times, I hopefully, after a while, I know I will. After I've flown there for hours, hopefully. So there's how tall that one is. I'm probably going to have to go back and do this again because I didn't record my screen where the height was being displayed. I just let the camera video go without recording the actual screen, and I can't see the screen. You guys know I'm blind, especially in broad daylight like it was today at 1 or 2 o'clock. So I had a couple of these towers I wanted to survey. And the trees along the river. This is south of Bavard, headwaters of the French Broad. So I was just going up the towers sort of to see their height. And look at this one. This one kind of bothers me. The insulators on the wires are being pulled to one side terribly, in my humble opinion. And they do have some secondary support wires going to the tower, but I know at least one of them is broken. So I don't want to be anywhere around these towers. I don't want to touch them with an airplane or anything because, oh boy, it looks to me like you could drop a wire on the ground real easily here. Here comes the insulators. See how far they're pulled to the right? And see that wire hanging out right there? That's a secondary wire connected to another insulator hooked to those wires. In case one of them breaks, the other one will catch it. Well, one of them's already broken. The other one breaks, it's going to go down. So, didn't like finding that today. But this is where the airplanes are going to be tested and stuff. It's a sod company. They grow and sell sod. So this grass is just lush. It's mowed every day. See the insulators pulled, where they're pulled, and that one wire hanging there? Not too sure about this. I'm going to try to stay well away from these, period. Just as soon as I know how high they are, I'll stay above them, never down in them. That's the headwaters of the French Broad. Below where the Davison River comes in. So the sod is really lush. It's mowed every day so the root structure will grow, and then when they get ready to harvest it, they roll it up in squares or put it on pallets or rolls. You know how sod's sold. So in addition to checking out the high voltage towers heights, and see it goes into the field on the other side, then it hangs a right. There's also trees growing on either side of the river, so I needed to find the height of those trees. I hope someday to fly down through here and wave at canoeists. Pam and I have canoed it from the headwaters down to Hap Simpson and then just below Etowah all the way into Asheville. But there's one from Hap Simpson to just below Etowah, a little short place we haven't canoed. So that tree was one of the bigger ones. So I needed to go up and kind of get even with the top of it. Hopefully I can get the height of it out of the telemetry logs. I just really was stupid and forgot to turn on the screen recorder, so I can't see it. I've got a sunshade on it. My eyeglasses I have to have darkened down real dark. Hopefully soon I'll be in goggles. If I can get those to focus correctly too. That's still a if. Don't know that. So I'm having a real hard time with the FPV. Now I landed that in my hand and I didn't realize, but I did not turn off the video recording. So this is actually me just carrying it. There's another tree nearby. I don't even want to stand close to that tower. So I'm kind of giving it a little bit of room there. I mean, it's not I'm petrified of it. It's just that it don't look good. I ain't gonna be out here. I ain't gonna want to be out here when there's a high wind. Look at this grass. Like I say, it's mowed every day, so the root structure grows instead of the green. They don't want to truck, ship any more dirt and vegetation that they have to. So it's just perfect for landing airplanes. It's almost so lush, I think I could jump up in the air and body slam myself on the grass and it wouldn't hurt. It's wonderful. Going to make a great runway for landing. So there was another big tree on the other side of the river here that I was trying to sort of survey. Now I'm not doing glamour shots, and you can see the high voltage runs down there, 2 more towers, and then it hangs a right and goes down through the middle of the field. So I'm going to have to contend with that multiple places. But other than that, this is a great flying field. I think this one field is close to 1,000 acres. Not the one we're looking at. It's also on the other side of the tree line in the river. That's the road up there in Pisgah National Forest, so I can't go in that direction far. There's the car at the end of the little thing. That's where the owners want us to park when we fly from there. There's more than just me fly from this spot. Sod field over near the house, 7 minutes away. Paragliders and all sorts of people fly out of there. So 7 to 10 years worth of working on these drones, and I'm finally going to throw an airplane type drone in the air. Wished I hadn't missed 3 months this year and pushed this towards the cold season, but it's time. So I ended up getting about 20 minutes worth of video. I know you guys don't want to sit here and listen to me through the whole thing. So I'm going to give you some of the highlights here. We'll stop this right here. So we'll just hit some highlights. So there's Walter. He's got a Mavic Mini 2. I just used a little Mini as a cheap photo platform for doing stuff like I'm doing right here. It's easy to have in the car the whole time. Pop it out when you want to, but Walter also has a Mini. He has a Mini 2, I think, also. And I almost hit myself in the head. Look at this grass. I just can't get over it. I like flying at the sod fields. And here comes Walter over the top of me here, someplace. Again, I was just taking video. He'll come flying over here in a second. There he comes. um, I was just taking general video. Like I say, I'll sit here and review it a few times, more than I'd probably like to admit, just because I'm trying to, not like muscle memory, but mind memory, knowing what the horizon looks like. When you fly light aircraft, you go to a new place, you start doing orientation flights. You literally go out for just a joyride, and you can see here where they take up the strips of sod better than over on the other. I guess that looks like a tractor muddied that up at some point and caused the grass not to grow well there, and they're just not going to sell that part. But you do orientation flights, go out and fly some local joy rides and sort of learn the area so that when things don't go as you planned, you kind of automatically know which way you're heading and such based on the horizon. More so in a airplane based on the stuff on the ground. Ground features. There's a pivot out there that Walter and I'll probably play around at some point. Kind of dangerous. There's a lot of things hanging down on them things. But it's a good, going to be a good place to fly the 3 RC airplanes I have flown before, and then I've got 6 more to fly for the first time. And 2 more to build, actually. So that's Pisgah National Forest, Looking Glass, straight in front of you right now. Shining Rock. It's crossed highways and stuff. I can't get there from here legally. But again, that's what's going on here. We're trying to orient ourselves. Airplane flying 40, 50 miles an hour coming through here, you're not going to have a lot of time. So, kind of funny, some of the turfs of grass that are here and there that they didn't harvest. Oh well. So, let's just go up and do a 360. So besides measuring the height of the high voltage lines in the field, this is what I wanted out of today, was just a nice 360, so I can just, like I say, orient myself to the area. Not sure if the trees have already changed here or they're going to change. It's been a bad year for fall colors. I think I've got enough of a clear field all around me to be able to go ahead and crash them. Well, I've flown some of them, so I know they fly. And then if I can just stay away from that darn high voltage lines, I've got a pretty big field here to play around in for my first few flights, I think. So that's about it. I will post another video when some of the flights start taking place here. Just hate it's turning off cold, especially this week. So I'll just leave you with that and say thanks for watching.